Every day we see people that have been suffering for years walk through our doors. They are desperate, they don't know what else to do, and our clinic is here specifically to provide hope and to investigate and find solutions to problems that you haven't been able to have solved in the past. My name is Dr. Kyle Bills. I am the owner of the Migraine and Neuro Rehab Center here in Provo, Utah. We specialize in treating really hard to treat migraines, traumatic brain injuries, and just difficult neurological conditions. Growing up, honestly, my mother suffered from migraines the entire time I was growing up. I remember just watching her days at a time in her room, lights out, unable to function, and not really getting any meaningful solutions. Just being told, you have this, try these pills, and it really just didn't improve her life at all. For me, that was a great drive to really want to specialize in some of these conditions, to try to figure out what we can do to make a difference. I've been a physician for over 10 years and honestly was a little frustrated at the lack of solutions that existed for migraines and headaches and some of these neurological conditions. We seem to do a pretty good job of diagnosing them, figuring out more or less what someone had, but the options for fixing them were limited. People ended up just taking medications for decades, really ruining their lives and not getting better. And so that prompted me to go back, and I actually did a second doctorate, a PhD in neuroscience, so that we could really dig into the research and try to come up with new solutions to provide life back to people that were just destroyed from these debilitating conditions. When we first start to see somebody who's spent a decade, going through different treatments, even 20, 30 years sometimes, and they've just kind of not gotten better. When we're finally able to figure out, the orthopedic aspects and the neurological aspects and the metabolic, the hormonal, the psychological aspects, and finally develop a comprehensive treatment plan that addressed each one of those, it's a pretty amazing experience watching somebody go from being nearly non-functional, 1 to 5 migraines a week, some individuals, to the point where now they're having migraines maybe once every few months or less. It's life-changing. It's the whole reason we're here. It's a very satisfying thing. We have a comprehensive team. We have individuals that specialize in diagnostics and understanding the nature of a problem, or doing the research to discover what the problem is. We have individuals that are experts in orthopedics and chiropractic. We have neurotherapists that are trained deeply in helping people through the process of neurological physical therapy. We have people that have experience in helping make dietary changes, setting people up on exercise plans. Really, it's whatever is going to be required for each individual to get better. And really that, I think, is what makes our clinic unique. The fact that we're able to look at a problem from multiple different angles because of our more extensive background. It allows us to address these issues in a way that most clinics can't. An essential aspect of our clinic is the depth of our diagnostics. An essential part of every patient experience when we first meet someone is we will take at least 2 hours to make sure that we've done the appropriate testing, the appropriate diagnostics to understand their condition. This is unique in medicine. Healthcare these days is get people in, it's get people out. But we can't properly treat these complex neurological disorders unless we've done a comprehensive evaluation. We need to understand how your brain works. We've got to do the testing required to understand all the different aspects of your brain, how you're processing information, so that we can identify the specific circuits that have been impacted by your injury or your illness. And then we can prescribe treatment that rehabilitates those circuits in areas that have been damaged. Probably the thing we hear most is people telling us, I wish I would have called sooner. We've seen people battle with these conditions for years and not find the solutions that they need. If you are battling these things and suffering, please call us. There's much we can do to sit down and discuss your particular problem and your needs.